Hello, and welcome to our final episode of On the Couch this season. I'm Emily Render.
And I'm Tom Viola. Joining us this week, we have two very special guests who happen to be some of Rowan's very own professors. We have David Bianculli and Mike Donovan with us today. Hey, thank you for joining us. Hello. Good to finally have you on the show. Thanks for coming. For most Rowan students, especially for those majoring in the radio, television, film, you two are most famous for teaching TV History 1, which focuses around TV in the 1950s. Because you two teach it together, how did that partnership come about?
I defer.
I found him on the street.
Oh, yeah.
He was unemployed and begging, essentially. And so I took him home. I fed him a little bit of kibble.
Wow.
And said, I'm planning to teach a TV history class. Would you think about teaching it with me? And he said, is there money involved? And I said, yeah. Yeah, you'll get paid. And so that's how it started. I called him out of the blue. I never met him before. I called him on the phone, said who I was, and wasn't that right?
He saw me on television. A local station had done a feature on me and gone down to my basement, which at the time had 12 TVs, all hooked up to different things, and a lot of TV memorabilia and other crap. And he looked at it and had some sort of a kindred spirit.
Separated at birth, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow, that's really great. So,
Every answer, I promise you, will be at least that fascinating.
Really? I hope so. That's why you guys are
I
the
think,
finale.
wait a second, I think that's relatively fascinating. A cold meeting, a cold call, you know? And what have we've been
And the
doing
moral of that story
is that for 20 years I've had to put up with you.
20, wow. That's a
yeah,
very long time.
it's a very long time, but in 1, 2, 3 weeks,
wow,
that's over.
20, I had no idea how you survived that. I'm so sorry.
Oh, God.
So we heard that you guys, or we know that you guys have been teaching for so many years. Is there any particular moment or accomplishment that you feel is your favorite throughout your teaching career?
You should answer first, because I've only been teaching here for 20, 10 as an adjunct, 10 as a full-time. He stood in a field while they built the school around him.
Yeah.
So you've been here, what, Paleolithic era?
47.
Wow.
Wow.
1847.
Yeah, it was a good year.
Wow, I thought it was 17. Ah.
Yeah.
Wow.
For me, starting the radio, TV, film program would be #1. #2 would be attracting the $1 million endowment that we got from the King Foundation.
Oh, wow.
And #3 actually was
Your buddy?
we're buds.
Your best friend.
And for me, it's the teaching.
Yeah.
Oh.
I came from journalism and newspapers into academia, and I'm still a TV critic, but I love teaching. All the other stuff, the faculty meetings, everything that I had to do to, let's just say I love teaching.
It's a good passion.
Yeah, there you go.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll just stop there.
Yeah.
You had briefly mentioned that you actually started the entire RTF program here at the school.
I did.
And many of us wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for you. So can you talk about more the process of how you started the entire program?
Well, it just occurred to me one day, because they had a couple of film classes. They had one course called Radio TV or something, taught by some clown that didn't know what he was doing. And you know, I came up with the idea to set it up a certain way, and so I went to what was then the department chair, John Collins, and said, here's what I'd like to do. And he listened, and he said, go, just like that. And so I went to a number of people that I knew in the industry, and I said to them, what do you hate most about the kid from Temple? What do you hate most about the, you know, from that kind of perspective? Because it's silly to ask what we should be doing.
Right.
What shouldn't we be doing?
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's why the program was built around television, film, and audio. And most of it isn't. Most programs are not like that. But they kept saying to me, look, don't bring me another producer. Don't bring me another director. Give me somebody that's knows something about video, something about audio, something about film, and something about the business in which it exists.
Right.
And that's how we started to design it. And so we hired people one at a time. We had Ned Eckhart, who's since retired, who's teaching television. Carl Frandino came at that same time. We've actually almost nobody
Carl's
still.
around the corner.
I know
Carl's
he's
here.
Carl's
Hi,
here.
Carl.
I'm one of the last of the first first group, and then next Monday, when I'm no longer here.
Well, we don't know when this is being televised.
True.
Next Monday, and pick a Monday, I won't be here.
Promises, promise.
But that's really how it came about. It was an idea because a lot of schools were starting to do it and we weren't doing it. And, you know, I'm good at selling stuff like that.
Yeah. Definitely. I mean, RTF has just grown so much ever since it started. I've learned so much because of the program here. It's fascinating, honestly.
Well,
it's really cool.
Thank you. I take it as a personal compliment.
You're welcome.
It really is a great program. I appreciate what you've done. So also now that I can tell you have like a lot on your hands and you've done like a lot, what do you feel you're gonna do now that you have free time? Oh no.
Hi, hon.
Yeah.
We're gonna get married.
Yeah.
Oh, congratulations.
Wonderful. I hope we're
Thank you.
invited.
I have a place in Pennsylvania, in Jim Thorpe, Pennsylvania, if you know the area, on a lake. And I have a place in Florida on a lake.
Oh wow.
And so I will spend 6 months of the cold weather in Florida and 6 months of the nice weather in Jim Thorpe.
Ooh.
During that time, I don't know, he wants me to write stuff, and writing is painful.
Yeah.
I was a songwriter for many years, and so
Really?
I might go back and try to do some of that. But basically exactly what I've been doing. I watch television a lot, I read a lot, and I don't want to do it. Oh no, let me take that back. I would like to start or join a dog rescue.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Oh,
That's
oh,
wonderful.
look. Oh, jeez.
Puppies.
No, I mean, you got Oz.
Puppies. Well,
You know, on
I-
60 Minutes,
I am-
Anderson Cooper doesn't go, aw.
Maybe you could foster a puppy.
Maybe.
Yeah, well, I've done that before, you know, but I can't give them up.
No.
You foster
Yeah.
a little puppy,
And
You
I'm
can't
gonna,
do
I
I'm
understand
gonna
we don't care.
adopt lepers.
Dave, we don't care.
Oh,
Well,
that's
you know,
fun.
I'm trying to think of something even better.
one up
Nobody
them.
cares.
Yeah. No.
But I would like to, you know, just to help take care of dogs.
That's
mostly.
really, really great.
That's awesome.
I love
Yeah.
that.
Well, you know, I love dogs.
That's the best
Dogs
answer I
are-
could have heard.
Man's best friend.
More than people, more than anything.
Do you have a favorite type of dog?
Well, I love golden retrievers.
Yes.
Oh.
Just last year I lost my golden retriever.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But, hi.
Now, you don't have the taste of gunmetal in your mouth right now, do you? just wait.
Would you
No, go
stop
on.
playing easy with me?
Go on, go on.
But really, you know, I'm brutal. I'll stop the car on the street, and jump out and say, "Can I pet your dog?"
Aw, yeah.
It really is
Yeah.
true. I mean, it's just that's a pathetic, softy spot. Why don't you talk a little, Dave? Don't
No,
you?
it's-
You were out walking your pet rat the other day.
Actually, my next question is for you, actually.
Oh, boy.
Because you mentioned your passion for teaching earlier, and besides teaching TV History 1 and 2, which focus around 60s and 70s, you also teach Evolution of Quality TV, which talks about different, like, branches into different areas of television. Is there room to add more courses like that talk about particular parts of television?
Depends
or?
on whom you ask. We've got to cover the basics, and we've got to do this sort of stuff, but what I like about that course is that in RTF, people who are majoring in it and really have hopes of going out and being writers, directors, actors in television, one of the things that I don't understand is how, with everything that's available in terms of streaming and on DVD, that people aren't not only watching all of the great current stuff, but the stuff that's been out there in the past. So that particular course, I try to give a taste of a whole bunch of different things,
Right.
so that if you respond to it as a writer, as a director, you can pick up some tricks and go find more of that and learn. I also love, because I'm a TV critic, showing things that aren't on the air yet.
Oh,
Because
yeah,
I figure
absolutely.
students have to love being able to see, you know, the next episode of Legion before it's on TV.
Yeah, that's great. We actually experienced that a few weeks ago in the Evolution Quality TV class.
Yeah.
It was like the first day, I think, we showed a clip of a show with that all the special effects and everything, and seeing how the before and after was like really cool
Right.
to see. Yeah, that was awesome.
So because you were a TV critic for so many years, how did you
Still
go?
am.
And you still are.
Yeah.
How do you go from that, like being a TV critic, to wanting to teach in education?
Well, when I was in college, I double majored in education and journalism. I wanted to do both. And I got a better job first from journalism. So I was in newspapers for 30 years. And then he called me up, reeled me in, and I did it as an adjunct to see if I would like it enough. And after 10 years, I thought, okay, and then went full time.
Wow, that's awesome.
great.
And as a TV critic, what would you say are your biggest accomplishments in the field?
I don't know if there are big accomplishments. Well, you know, what I love the most is the same sort of thing that I love the most in terms of teaching, which is steering people towards something that I think is fantastic that they might not otherwise see.
Yeah.
So that's fun as a critic too. The idea of making fun of really bad stuff, that's never appealed to me. That's way too easy,
Yeah.
and there's way too much bad TV.
It's good to
And-
focus on the good.
Yeah.
Definitely, yeah.
And back to you, Professor Donovan.
Uh-oh.
What do you feel, because of retirement, what do you feel you're going to miss most about Rowan? Everything, I know, right? There's
Well,
so
all of us
many.
here, you know.
I mean, you know, it has been my entire life. So I mean,
Yes.
right from graduate school to here. And so I'm going to miss the discipline, whatever involved getting up in the morning. I mean, not that I'm looking forward to getting up in the morning, but just what I've always done. I've read every kind of magazine and every kind of newsletter about television, trying to remember it and everything. So yeah, I'm going to miss that, but I'm not going to miss getting up. I'm not going to miss deadlines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not going to miss that at all.
Yeah.
You remember deadlines? You used to.
As a journalist, yes.
Yeah.
I still have.
I meant as a teacher, because you never hit them.
Well, that's they're not newspapers, websites. Those are real deadlines.
Yeah, but you've never hit them here.
I feel like if a student turns in a paper a week late, that's bad. If I turn it back a week late, that's okay.
That's
fine.
true.
That's
A lot
fine.
of my
We're the ones-
professors do that too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
you
but
know.
if it's us, it's different.
I get all of my work back to very next class period.
It's proficient.
The thing that I don't do
Whoa.
as a teacher that I want credit for, I never assign any of my own books.
It's true.
And not that there's anything wrong with that for the people who do it, but I just don't want it.
One of the few things we agree on.
Oh, it is one of the few things we agree on.
It is.
Cool. Do you want to hit him with the very last question?
Yes. So because you've created a legacy, what do you want your legacy to mostly be known for, like here at Rowan?
You guys.
Us?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I
Sure.
mean, we have so many students that are in the industry and working their way up, and they're vice presidents and all kinds of things, and so
Yeah.
they'll always.
Absolutely.
Always
Nothing
get
would
to
make
see
him
this.
happier than to have students come and visit him at his grave.
And bring flowers.
Yeah.
Big flower, a bunch of them.
And I'm sure they will one day. Hopefully
Sing
not
di-
anytime soon.
Well, it's on there right now.
Aw.
Though.
Sing
Enjoy
Daddy
retirement.
Aw.
Wow.
Well,
Awesome.
embarrass the hell out of me, why don't you?
No.
That's a nice photo. It looks like you're about to fly away as a superhero.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's flying away into the distance.
Yeah.
Well done, man.
We're very proud of that.
Well, thank you guys
Thank
very
you
much.
guys for coming
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you.
Thank
You did very, very well as hosts.
Oh, thank
even
you.
with the awe.
It was a
And they were
pleasure to
great
have you
hosts,
guys.
and you were a great parasite.
Well, actually, we're not done with you two quite yet.
Oh, yes, we do have one more thing.
We have one more thing.
Oh,
to
there's,
say.
there's one more segment?
Yes. So up next, we'll be playing a game with Professor Bean Cooley and Professor Donovan. Don't go away.
I don't think they mean you.
Patriotism shouldn't just be about pride of country. It should be about love. Remember that to love America is to love all Americans, because love has no labels. This year, patriotism shouldn't just be about pride of country. It should be about love. Remember that to love America is to love all Americans, because love has no labels.
Welcome back. So the rules of this game are simple. Tom and I will be taking turns reading the cards. After we read the cards, you guys will say an answer, and whoever says it correctly first gets points, and whoever has the most points at the end of the game wins.
A prize?
You win prize.
Bragging rights.
Do you want to give a fast
My
disclaimer to
prize?
this? Because I do. My disclaimer is I've seen more television than anyone in the world that I know of, and so retaining it is tougher for me. But let's see what happens.
Let's see. Let's
Okay.
put that to the test.
Good point.
All right.
Okay.
All right. So here's our first question. So, where does Edith Ann, played by Lily Tomlin, sit
Laugh-In.
as she
Oh, that's an old thing.
sit as she talks to the audience on Laugh-In?
Rocking chair.
Rocking chair. Yeah.
That is
that's-
correct.
This. I think this is a prelude to what's going to happen the rest of these questions.
No, I'll be quiet.
It might
I'll
not
be
be
nice. I'll be
quiet.
nice. You take this one. I won't say it, even if I know it. Okay.
Well, I knew the rocking chair. I just,
You guys got to scream it out fast, so that's how you get points, okay?
oh,
There you go.
Okay.
Just on the fly.
I'm not fast.
Which high school do the students on Saved by the Bell attend?
I don't actually know.
No.
Oh gosh, I
No?
don't even know that one.
Any
actually.
guesses?
Rydell High.
Do you have a guess?
No. No.
Okay, Bayside High School.
I'm proud of not knowing that.
I didn't even
That's
know
okay,
that.
Yes.
That was shown many times.
Yes.
Kind of how I feel.
All right. So, on what show do kids tune in to see Grandfather Clock, Orville the
Captain
Dragon,
Kangaroo.
And, there you go, Captain Kangaroo. Just
I thought you
right
had
off
to
the bat.
finish the
Here you
question.
go,
No,
yeah.
no, no.
From here on out, we'll finish
Oh,
the
I
question.
see. Finish the
We'll finish
question.
Finishing the
questions, And then we'll ask you guys. I'm glad you're optimistic. You're
Yes,
just going
it's
after
okay.
it, you know, like
It's all
that.
right.
I appreciate
You're
that.
just being a damn show-off, I guess.
He's jumping ahead of the program.
There you go. Yeah.
That's
But
why,
you'll get it
that's
this
why
time.
I'm going to be here after you're gone.
You just want to get out of here. Just
Yeah.
get the questions
Yeah.
over with. Move on.
All right, the next question.
Let's,
Wait for the whole thing.
we should
Wait
be
till
able
it's
to ask
fully
them questions.
Yeah, no.
Ooh, I don't know about that. Okay, this is the next question. What is the name of the train on Petticoat Junction that Floyd and Charlie operate?
Oh.
I don't know.
I thought you would know this one. honestly.
I don't know either. It's been a long time.
Do you have a
since
guess?
I've-
Oh.
What?
Do you have any guesses?
No,
Take a
it's
shot.
some female name.
Name of the train. I mean,
The train.
The
I didn't-
Cannonball.
It's not Thomas.
I didn't see the show enough to. I don't remember
okay,
a
guys.
train.
You'll notice the pattern is good shows I know the answers
Oh,
to.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Not a big fan, I see.
My website is called TV Worth Watching, not TV Worth Forgetting.
There you go.
So you just store
So
the
no
good
Saved by the
shows.
Bell, no Kardashians.
There
Go
you
ahead.
go.
Okay.
But Captain Kangaroo.
Oh,
Would you be able
Sure.
to identify Kardashians in a lineup?
No.
Me either.
I wouldn't either.
certainly can't. No, I
I cannot.
All right, so is Dodge City, Kansas, the primary location of Gunsmoke, Bonanza, or Virginian?
I'm going to guess Gunsmoke.
Okay.
You're
yeah,
absolutely right.
Gunsmoke, yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
Good job.
Gunsmoke. Good. There you go.
There you go. You're on the scoreboard now.
There you go. You got one.
Woo. Woo!
I'm on the board.
Yeah.
2-1, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. Our next question is, in what country did the show Iron Chef originate in?
That was Japan.
That is correct.
Yeah, that's what would
Good
have been my
job.
guess.
There
It
you
would have
go.
been my guess, but
I
it would've-
was-
solely a guess.
My Fresh Air review and my review in the New York Post is one of the things that brought it to this country.
Hey.
Back when it was just on bootleg VHS, dubbed from the original Japanese.
Oh, wow.
So there.
That's awesome.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's incredible.
It's not quite as,
Yeah.
it didn't get an aw.
I can
You didn't mention puppies. That's,
Yeah.
that's the
I
killer.
can make grilled cheese sandwiches.
Aw.
Aw.
All right, here we go. So, on the cartoon Magilla Gorilla, where does Mr.
Magilla
Pebbles...
Gorilla.
Thank
If
you,
you're going to
thank
ask
you.
the question,
Thank
yes.
you.
It's all right.
There's no
I
pronunciation
want
on
another
here.
host.
I like Magilla Gorilla. That sounds more ethnic.
There you go.
It's
That's what it should
Magilla
have been
Gorilla
called.
is the. Yes,
Well,
okay.
we don't care.
But we don't.
do you-
I won't know whatever the answer is.
Neither
So
will
let's see.
I.
Do you know where Mr. Pebbles work? Where does Mr. Pebbles work every day?
I don't even know who she is.
No, I do not.
It was not on the list. It's in his pet shop.
Oh, okay.
That is where Mr. Pebbles works.
I don't get partial credit for knowing how to pronounce Magilla. All right, okay.
Maybe-
thought it
No,
Maybe
it's all
like
right. No,
a
it's okay.
quarter point.
Yeah, it's okay.
I
It's all
thought he
right.
said Mrs. Pebbles. That's
It's all
why
right.
I got it wrong.
Oh, that's why you got it wrong.
So we'll give you
It's okay.
1/4
all right.
of a point too. Okay, our next question is, where does the Bernstein bear family make their home?
Some tree.
That's correct, in a tree. There you go.
There
Oh,
you
for
go.
God's sake.
There you go.
And I don't know that from the TV show. I know it from the children's books. So, from which they
Oh, you're
stole off the
we're
TV
so
show.
proud of you. Shut up.
That's literary. Go ahead.
See the camaraderie going on
Yeah.
here.
Oh,
You
yeah.
see why
This
you
is-
guys laughed
yeah.
so
We're gonna
long.
miss the
Yeah.
camaraderie
Yeah.
most of all.
You guys are like Abbott and Costello over
There
here.
you go. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
Who's on first?
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
I don't know who's on third.
You're correct.
All right. So this next question has to do with one of my favorite shows as a kid. On the cartoon Dexter's Laboratory.
What are you
Dexter's.
picking on cartoons for? Do we look like cartoon people?
You might. I mean.
Do we look like Saturday morning
No.
viewers?
Yeah.
Ask me a
know
question about
everything.
Dexter the serial killer. I can answer.
Me too.
Dexter's Laboratory.
There
No.
you go.
No.
Do you know where Dexter's secret lab is hidden, and which room of the house? Where
Oh,
does he keep his
sure.
secret
It's in
lab?
the
kitchen. Pretty sure.
Close.
Not quite. It's in his bedroom.
Yeah.
Oh,
No.
I see.
We,
It's in
neither
his
one of us
bedroom.
knew.
As a television credit,
Dexter's
I would've gotten
Laboratory.
that one.
No.
I've never even heard of it.
This one you guys might know. It's like I've watched this show too.
I know where the land of make believe is.
Okay, ready? On That 70s Show, where does Lori spend her honeymoon without her husband Fez?
Las Vegas.
No.
No.
Another one that I never watched.
You
No.
guys never seen that
Wow.
show?
Well, there's like 300 episodes of that show.
There
Sure.
are many episodes,
Yes.
yes, but the answer is Cancun.
No. Did not know.
All right.
How many of these would you have been able to answer?
Not as many as you guys have.
I hope you guys get this one. On what show can viewers find Mr. Hopper and his soda fountain?
Ooh,
Have to know
I
this
have
one.
no idea.
this is a
Have
classic.
to know this one.
Do you know?
No. Mr. Hopper?
No.
Boy Meets World. Who the hell knows?
It's Sesame Street.
Oh.
Sesame Street.
Oh, okay.
My
All
heart's
right.
broken a little bit.
Yeah, that I
was-
feel bad about that.
Yeah.
Okay. But
Everyone
you have
watches
to remember that when Sesame Street launched,
Yeah.
I was not watching it because I was 17, 18.
Yeah.
I started watching it again when my kids were born, which would have been like 82, 83.
Wow.
And I don't know if Mr. Hopper was still around then.
They replay episodes
I have,
sometimes.
You know.
I don't have kids. I've never seen the show.
You've never seen it at all?
Actually, no.
Really?
Well, we'd like to send you off with a big bird.
There
Yeah.
we go.
Yeah. All right, our next question. Our next question is on the Powerpuff Girls. Three superpowered little girls try to save what city from monsters?
You gotta be kidding me.
Tokyo.
At least I
You
know.
guys didn't come prepared?
Everything.
I know that it's Powerpuff and not Powder Puff. That's
Yes.
as much as I know about
That's
that
good.
series.
It's not Tokyo, huh?
It's Townsville.
Very creative name,
Yeah.
Townsville.
That's very close
City
to
of
Tokyo.
Townsville.
Yeah.
Well, you've managed, out of covering the 100 best television programs in the history of TV,
We
you've managed
figured you
to-
guys have seen everything. We had to
Ask
throw
about-
them all
It's,
in there.
you know,
Yeah.
Not little
No.
kid shows.
It's okay.
It's
Now-
TV.
Yes.
This show, I almost guarantee you've seen 100%.
Okay.
What type of business does Mr. McFeely work for
Oh,
and
he's
run
It's a
on
mailman.
Mr. Rogers'
Speedy
Neighborhood?
delivery.
Speedy
mailman.
delivery, yeah. Speedy delivery.
I did a show once, and we had him as a guest.
Yeah.
Mr. McFeely, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Cool. So, I think we have a winner.
Yeah, we do
Really.
have our winner.
We do have a winner, Mr. V and Cooley.
Boy, you must be so proud.
I am.
We're so proud. He'll be taking all the reins when you're gone. You know, it's good to
Yeah.
have someone.
Yeah.
You know,
He's
someone-
got it covered.
He's
It's
got
all
it
right.
covered.
That's right, I feel
But-
confident.
But in the spirit, you came in second.
In the spirit of what?
In the spirit of trying to make you feel better. for
Oh.
not
Aw.
accomplishing enough.
You're not
But
making
you
me
you got the awe. You actually won the interview.
And I
Yeah.
knew who Mr. McFeely was, and that, you know, I've never even seen that show.
You guys just got to study the Powerpuff Girls a little
There
bit
you
more,
go.
and
Just-
then you'll
just
be
catch up on modern
good.
TV.
All right.
Yes.
I do have one last question I'd like to end
Okay.
off here. Because your beloved partner Donovan is retiring, is there any words you'd like to leave him off with? Any final remarks?
Yeah, thanks.
I was hoping for a kiss.
No, absolutely thanks. I love teaching. I won't thank you for faculty meetings or having to
Coffee, I have
fight
coffee.
for. I do thank you for the coffee. But
I brought you pizza.
teaching is an awful lot of fun, and I have written 2 books that have been informed greatly by my students. That the Smothers Brothers book that I wrote and the whole book that I wrote on the Platinum Age of TV, I wrote partly with students in mind, with the questions that they ask and the stuff they didn't know that I felt like I shouldn't take for granted just because I knew it.
I thought I planted the seed for that.
Yes, you did. Yes, yes. That's another thing you should feel good for as you go rescue more dogs.
Awesome. Well, thank you both so much for
Yeah.
being on the
Thank
show.
you guys.
Thank
Thanks for
you.
letting us have one little ride into the sunset here.
Absolutely. There you go.
Pleasure.
Yeah, we
And-
really appreciate it, guys.
Yeah, and honestly, like I said, we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you. So I think I
Well,
can speak for all of us
thank
here
you.
at RTF when we say thank you
Yeah.
very
Thanks
much.
very much.
A big
Say
thank
goodnight
you.
now.
Absolutely. Thanks, guys.
Thank
All
you
right,
both.
There you go. So coming up, we have Danny Minchell and Victoria Todorova with this week's Rowan the Street. So don't go away.
All right, guys, season finale, here it is. And we have a special guest. Drum roll, please. It is Jabril Garlic. We're going to be teaching him how to be part of our team. So today, he's going to be us. And we're going to go and tackle Rowan University, right?
Yes.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
He's ready. All right, let's go. All right.
Okay.
All right, Jabril, are you ready for this? Your
ready?
first
Yeah, ready.
task is to go up to a random stranger and ask them how their day is going. All right. Okay. All right.
The camera, stop it.
All right. Come on, you're.
Coming in.
Yeah.
She's right there.
She's not
I
a
didn't
stranger.
know. Oh, yeah. I mean, none of these people are strangers to me, but we'll just edit that out. Hey, stranger.
Oh, hey.
How's your day?
It's not bad. How's your day?
It's fine. I'm living, hanging in there. You know.
Same. I'm always living. Not dead
It's
yet.
a nice sweater.
Thank you. Thank you. I try to dress up a little bit, you know.
Justin. Hey,
Bro, how you doing?
I know your mom. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I'm
she
sorry.
texted me last night.
But oh my god, I know your mom, and I'm like,
She
oh
texted
my
me
God.
last night. She's like, do you know a guy named Jabril Garlic? And I was like, huh. Yes, I do.
Ain't that
Fine
always how
young
it
man.
goes?
How good? Yeah. Thank you. Though. I was just so excited. I was like, oh my god, because like I've known
All right,
her for
time to
months
go.
now.
All
I'm
right,
sorry.
next person. All right, ready? Go ahead. Okay.
Sorry,
No.
guys.
You too.
It's just on
Speed up.
the, it's just another on the couch cast member.
Great crew. Yay. Task number 2. You have to go and sit in between those design.
Okay. Label, but okay.
It's okay. You gotta do what you gotta do.
Going good, your day is going good. It's stress. I totally understand it. So I like that shirt, though. Thank you. It's a new shirt. You chose well. You chose well.
Go, 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 go.
Go on, running school.
Say hi, just say. All right, so he did really well, I would say, like an A-, because at first he was going towards his friends, trying to make conversation. We want to go towards strangers, and yeah, I think he did pretty good. So here is our cameraman next year.
Maybe you'll see me next year.
Yeah,
on some
real
man on the street. Holla at me.
All right, that was the season finale. Good job, everybody. That was neat.
Tears, claps, happy.
Look at you. You're at the top of your game. You're unstoppable. Nothing can throw you off track. Wait, is that your car? Uh-oh. Yeah, I saw that coming. That will throw you off track. You're looking at around 10 grand in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Let's try this again. Smart move. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
There's one thing you can never have sex without.
It's consent.
Because sex without it isn't sex.
It's rape.
It's on us to stop sexual assault.
Learn how and take the pledge at itsonus.org.
Cinderella found the pet that fits her perfectly, and you can too. Share your heart, share your love. Make a shelter pet part of your world. Happily Ever After begins at theshelterpetproject.org.
I see it!
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org.
Hey, did you know that 2.4 million loving cats and dogs in shelters and rescues need our help to find a home? Go to theshelterpetproject.org and search your local shelters and rescues. Go for a cuddle with your next best friend. Adopt.
It's a short ride from your neighborhood to your naturehood. To find a neighborhood park or green space near you, visit discovertheforest.org.
Welcome back to On the Couch. So, we're on the street. So you think Jabril can do a good job?
I think
he wants
he
to
can.
do it? I think so.
Yeah.
I think he's got the talent for it.
Yeah.
I think so.
I think so
Should we
too.
get into hot topics?
Let's jump in.
All right. The first thing we have to talk about this. The very first thing, Avengers, of course. We already mentioned in the past show. We got to mention it again. It's the most anticipated movie of the year. It's already beat out Black Panther in terms of pre-orders, and it's coming out this Thursday night, I believe.
Yeah.
So I am so excited for this film.
Yeah,
I can't stop talking
Me and
about
my friends are actually going to go see it, and it's insane because when I went to see Black Panther, the tickets like almost were sold out too.
Yeah.
And so now this is like definitely going to be like easily sold out. Like,
yeah.
I know.
Yeah, I mean, and Black Panther fans are going to have a field trip with this movie because I'm assuming the majority of the movie takes place in Wakanda, where Black Panther takes place, especially from all the trailers we've seen. So I'm just so excited for this film, bringing everything together. It's going to be like a closing the book kind
That's
of
what I
feel
was going
to
to
it.
ask. It is the last one though, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I believe it's the last one with Kevin Feige as the president. Then he's going to pass the torch to someone else and take it after the
I know
next
the
Avengers.
Avenger fans are like very upset that it's like coming to an end because they always look forward to that like
The next
new
one.
one coming out. So it's like
the
insane.
cinematic universe will never die. This is the end of the chapter. This is the first chapter. That's just the
Okay.
end, and then we'll move on.
So yeah, we're set.
We'll be 80 and it'll still be going.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, our next hot topic is Avicii was found dead Friday in Oman, the capital of Muscat. So I just think that it's crazy because they actually don't know the cause of death yet.
Yeah.
So I think that's crazy for an artist to like pass away and like them not really know yet. And it's really sad because he had so many fans. Like I listened to his music and I think he was like personally a great person. And any artist I feel is someone like everyone looks up to. So I think it's like kind of sad when we hear about celebrities passing away in a sense. So.
It's always sad. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't really follow him as much as I should have, but I did listen to a few songs here and there. And when they told me he was dead, I was like, no way. No way. It can't be. I was like, wow. It's just crazy. It's
and
like, you know.
one of the actors from Austin Powers died too. It's just crazy how like these celebrities like come and go. So like you know what I mean.
They say it comes in threes.
And like some of them are so young. It's crazy.
Absolutely. It's sad, but you know the world moves on.
Yeah.
And you know he was a talented artist. It's a shame he was so young.
Exactly.
You know, so,
yeah.
But on a lighter note, our third and final hot topic is the new Venom trailer just came out this week. So in Venom, Tom Hardy plays the lead role, which is Venom, which his name is Eddie. This is a Marvel film that's not in the cinematic universe. It's a Sony film, so they're using Marvel's characters, just not under the cinematic universe. I think Tom Hardy looks amazing as Venom. Venom's first look in the newest trailer that just came out looks awesome. I don't know what I was trying to, I was expecting to see from that trailer, but when they showed Venom like morph and like the tongue came out and everything, I was like, oh, they nailed it.
Yeah, I did see the trailer, and I think it's really great how they do graphics and stuff like that, and how like great they can produce movies.
Yeah.
And I've never actually seen. Is this the first series Venom?
Yeah. Right. So I mean, Sony has rebooted Spider-Man so many times. They finally got it right with incorporating Spider-Man into the MCU. Venom is one of the villains. The film itself is not based in the same story. It's its own separate thing. It's rated R, so not the typical like younger audience members are going to see it, unless of course they might try to see it anyway.
I think it'll be a good movie, and I think it'll be successful, and maybe they can make a sequel eventually.
Yeah,
and it'll be popular.
Yeah, I mean, Sony's already on their good graces with bringing Spider-Man to the MCU to finally just like, that's Spider-Man, we'll leave it at that, we're not going to do it again.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's really great.
Absolutely. So, that's what we have for you today. I'm Tom Viola.
And I'm Emily Render. Thanks for tuning in on season 34, our final finale of On the Couch. See you next semester.